guys, how's everybody doing today? Here's what's sitting on my bench right now. It's an Aria Pro II and set neck construction. We got to put new strings on this thing and shine it up today, so here we go. So Aria Pro II, serial number is an S6099, so I believe it's out of the Samick factory, made in Korea. I've got a little bit of the case candy setting here, and yeah, I can't read any of this. It's in Korean or Japanese or one of those languages over there. I do see that it has Duncan design pickups in there. I'm not sure if that's factory or not. Let's plug it in. See if she's making noise today. Good. So this guitar is a consignment piece. So I don't actually own this one. But it's one of those things where I get a bench fee for restringing it. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that S on that serial number is out of the Samick factory. It's got really nice, I'm going to call them perloid tuner buttons on here. So yeah, really cool. Again, set neck construction. Feels like it has sort of a modern C-shaped neck profile. Standard hardtail. Tune-o-matics kind of bridge on here. It's showing a little bit of wear on the bridge piece, on the tail piece. Here's what we're looking at here. Gin A4. Gonna do my normal process here. Gonna take a little 1000 grit sandpaper. And I know you can use steel wool and everything, but this sandpaper method works really good for me. Seeing a little fret wear here at the 2nd fret. Seeing a little bit more on the 3rd fret. Yeah, she's got a little fret wear, a couple little dimples right there in these frets. It's got a nice binding all the way around the whole guitar, and even along the fret you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-piece binding. And I was hoping that I would find a date on here, but yeah, I don't see anything that I can read as far as a date, so I'm kind of out of luck with this. But it sort of is pretty intensive here. It shows you some break angle stuff across the tailpiece here. It shows you some intonation tips right here. You've got some, adjusting the bridge stuff here. And some neck relief truss rod stuff. So yeah, I'll throw this in with the gig bag if somebody's interested in this guitar. That stuff stays with it. Made in Korea. My guess is, as far as the age, look at this serial number one more time. An S6099. An '09, right? 2009, maybe? Guys, leave comments. Let me know what you think. Guys have been really good about leaving a lot of cool comments lately. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to clean it and hydrate it a little bit as far as the fretboard with some of this Music Nomad F1 oil. I use it all the time. It's got these Seymour Duncan, or Duncan Design is what they call them. They're not bad pickups. When I have guitars and I sit and I play them, and it's got these pickups in it, I like how they sound. These things sound good. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about them. Duncan Design pickups. Fret ends on this guitar look good. I don't think I need to do anything there to address that. Got your three-way toggle switch here. No poker chip. That's okay. Let's see if I can snug these tuners down a little bit. Yeah, those are pretty loose. Gold hardware on this guitar. The gold hardware, I notice, it ages the quickest out of all the different, chrome and everything else. The gold hardware seems to be the stuff that ages the quickest, is what I've noticed. Okay, well, real quickly here, before we throw strings on, let's take a look at this fretboard, see if she's straight. That looks real good. It's got a little tiny bit of relief in the neck. You can see a little gap under my gauge here at the 2nd fret. I'm going to leave that right where it sits. This guitar was playing good when it came in. And again, this is a consignment piece. So somebody took good care of her. Today's string choice. Today's strings, SIT Power Wound Nickel, 10 through 46. Open these things up here. Throw some strings on it. Okay, SIT, the Stay in Tune String Company. Protected from corrosion by Z-Rust. Company out of Akron, Ohio. So they're Buckeye fans. Greatest college football team of all time, right guys? Well, that opened up a can of worms. The Ohio State Buckeyes. Now living in Arizona, I'm a Sun Devils fan, so the Arizona Sun Devils, Arizona State. Alright, so that first pack, it gives you the E string and the G string. So here we go with our G string. Insert all G string jokes here. So real quickly here, I just noticed that it's sort of a Paul Reed Smith type of headstock where the D string and the G string are closer together. So you don't have much of a break angle. You have a really good straight shot through the neck that doesn't shoot off one way or another. So your string's not going to get caught up in the nut. So this is Paul Reed Smith pretty much took this idea. I don't know who exactly was doing it first, but yeah, Paul Reed Smith makes all his guitars, again, so that the string runs straight through the nut, nice and straight. Unlike the Gibson guitars. Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, I ended up buying 40 guitars from one customer. And now this week, I have 2 appointments to go look for other guitars where, you know, people have collections. So I get to go look at 2 collections this week. So hopefully something fun will come out of that. And I'll have a lot of guitars that need restrung. And I'll have a lot of video content coming up here. I try to do 3 or 4 videos a week. And my Saturday restring show, a lot of times I can do 3 restrings in the same video every Saturday morning, and I got a couple of good ones coming up this Saturday. I got a really cool bass that I'm going to do. Yeah, so I got a couple of good ones, but a lot of video content coming up. And if this week goes good and I can buy a lot of guitars, I will definitely throw a lot of content up for you guys. It's one of those things where every used guitar that I buy, I have to restring them. So you might as well let the camera roll. And it gives us a wide variety of guitars for you guys to look at. And if you watch me restringing these things, you know, it kind of gives you an unbiased opinion of the guitar. And it kind of gives you a close-up look of what's going on with all these guitars. So I'm using my Ernie Ball string winder. And I've had this thing for probably 3 years now, but she's starting to run kind of slow. So is the battery going dead in it? I'm not really sure, but I think it might be time to buy a new one. This old girl's kind of running out of steam. Maybe I'm just letting the battery go dead, but it's never had any battery issues. It's been great, but she's running slow today. Make sure everything's in the saddle nicely, and everything looks good there. So, yeah, this old girl, she's running out of juice. And then I have these extra strings. Now, one thing about those SIT strings is they actually give you 8 strings in the pack. So they give you an extra high E string and an extra B string. And so it's always kind of cool to have these things laying around. Extra strings. My store is right next to a high school. And you would be amazed at how many high school kids break their high E string. So it's good to have those things laying around. It really is. And I've had good luck with the SIT string brand so far. I haven't had any complaints. And I've been putting them on a lot of guitars. And nobody has been, you know, playing any of these and demoing them and this and that and saying, hey, I can tell you have SIT strings on this because they feel this or they feel like that or any of that. None of that stuff is happening. When they're on a guitar, I can't tell you a difference between these or D'Addario or Ernie Balls or any of them. But then I haven't taken them out and played gigs with them or anything. The band that I'm currently in, I'm the bass player. Okay, let's just stretch these out a little bit. Some of you guys that have been watching, a lot of guys leave my videos roll while they're working on their guitars or... oh, that one just slid inside. I could feel it slip in and grab really tight. So yeah, if you guys let my videos play in the background while you're at work, stuff like that, I'd really appreciate that. Now my Snark tuners, I have about 10 of these laying around the store. And they start to go dead on you. Do you see the little light right here? It starts to fade. And so you got to put new batteries in them. Let me show you this real quick. So the best deal on batteries that I've been able to find for these so far. Okay, so you got to change the batteries on your Snark tuners. This is the best pack that I've found so far. I got this at Ace Hardware for $3.99, and it had 9 of them in there. And I was like, whoa, great deal. So you just got to pull this off right there, get the old one out of the way, lay the new one in there. Bam. The light is nice and bright. Make sure to throw the old battery away. So yeah, that's been my best deal. The second place that I was able to get a relatively good deal on the batteries is at Harbor Freight. At Harbor Freight, they're $3.99 for a 4-pack. So Ace Hardware had them beat by a mile. And then you can also, sometimes you can find them at the dollar store. But the thing is, there's 2 different thicknesses. So you gotta pay attention when you're getting the ones at the dollar store, because some of them are really thin and they don't work in there. So yeah, that's my little advice about getting the batteries for these things. Now if you go to Walmart or something, they're like $3 each for each single battery. So Walmart's not the place to get them. Although they sell the Duracells and they sell the name brand ones. So maybe those will last longer. All right. So let's just strum through this thing a little bit. There it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's an Aria Pro II or Aria Pro II. And leave in the comments what model you guys think this one is. And I appreciate you guys watching. Everybody have a great day. Go buy a guitar.